Let's see if I know more than a professor.
And the sagas told the Vikings that the place the Germans were from was Iran.
Hi, I'm Tigerbalm. I live things, I drink coffee, and I know things. In Skaldic tradition, I am well versed in the Nordic saga. While there are some references to travel to the Middle East, in Yndling Saga, for example, it mentions a Swedish king taking a 5-year journey to Turkland. There are minor indirect references to that region, yes. But do you know why? Because the Rus established a trade route. And the Rus, the Scandinavians, the Swedes, and many others also used said trade route and traded amongst one another. Their highly advanced boat building techniques, which they shared amongst one another, allowed them to go farther faster than any other civilization on the planet at the time. Their ships were not only faster, but lighter than any others around. This allowed them to establish routes further than anyone else. They could portage. The Rus were particularly noted for this. With their lightweight and shallow hulls, they were easily allowed to traverse river systems that other civilizations could not. Now then, this community college professor, PhD, continues on.
So, the sagas tell the Vikings you're originally from Persia, so the Swedes go, wow, that's an idea, let's go, let's see what we can find.
Not once, not even a little bit. But they did trade with Persia. By barter or pillage, they worked with Persia because of trade routes. There have been DNA studies. 10% of Iranians or Persians derive from Nordic ancestry of some degree. Shore leave. Our DNA is everywhere because of trade routes. They would barter for many things, such as weapons or what would be considered advanced technology of the day. Eventually they would learn the crucible of steel and bring that back to share amongst themselves. This came from the Volga trade route. With exploration and established trade routes, we get the well-documented interaction with Ibn Fadlan. With trade, cultural exchanges, and technological exchanges, diplomacy can begin. This is how mercenary companies were formed, like the well-known Varangian Guard. All this because of trade routes. Then returning home, spreading the stories. Skaldic tradition is information exchange through oral exchange. Stories. There is a responsibility in this, to pass these stories to the next generation accurately. I would encourage this professor to take that seriously. This is misinformation, irresponsible, frankly insulting. Not trust me, bro, from the alma mater of Alex Jones. The raiding aspect of Nordic culture is overglorified. The exploratory and trade traditions are often sidelined, often lost in trying to find an answer. No hate to this man, but I felt the weight of responsibility to address this. Misinformation is dangerous. Please bear that in mind in the future. This is Tigerbalm signing off, reminding you to do your homework, or end up like this fucking turnip. Ah, cha 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 cha.